Call to order the regular board meeting for Pleasantdale School District 107 Board of Education at 6 p.m. on January 21st, 2026. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Bracco?
Here.
Mrs. Lenzen?
Here.
Mr. Nash?
Here.
Mrs. Walters?
Here.
Mr. Zona?
Here.
Mr. Mason?
Here.
Mrs. Marchione?
Here.
All right, Pledge of Allegiance. Tonight we have some middle school leaders here to kick off our meeting. We have members of our Pleasantdale Middle School Student Council. And I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Raleigh to do introductions, or are we going to have Ms. Driscoll do
I'm actually going to turn it over to Ms. Driscoll.
So Mrs. Raleigh will
Yes.
turn it over to Ms. Driscoll to introduce our student council members.
Sounds good. Why don't you guys come on? Is there a special place you'd like them to stand?
Just up in front.
Okay. So I'm Jen Driscoll, one of the student council advisors. You guys want to create a little line here up front. And what we decided to do before we got here was each student is going to share their name and just something that they enjoy about student council before we lead the pledge. So I'm actually going to start with Lizzie.
My name's Lizzie, and I really like the connections that I made through student council, all my friends and peers.
My name is Julian, and the thing I like about student council is like we get to like do a lot, and we also have like this really good sense of leadership.
My name is Isabella, and I love how we get like plan to FNL schools. My name's Emily, and my favorite part of student council is that I can share my ideas and hear other people's ideas too.
My name's Cal, and I like that we get to sell stuff at lunch.
My name's Kaya. I'm the vice president of student council, and I really like how we're able to participate in the Illinois Association of Junior Student Councils.
Cool. Good job, guys.
And I'd now like to lead us in pledge.
Whatever you like.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for your leadership, guys.
Guys, really appreciate it.
Yeah, so we do have some brag boards, and on our brag boards you're going to find some amazing haiku poetry from our third graders. The assignment was to write a haiku about winter, and boy did our third graders understand the assignment. I think my favorite haiku is the one about hating winter, which when we come to late January, I think we can all relate, right? Especially with some of the weather that we've had lately. But if you get a chance, read the haikus. They are super talented and did a really great job.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is right here.
Next. Oh, there you go. Nice work.
Item 3, district recognition. So we have yet another reason to celebrate this month. The middle school has earned another prestigious honor. So I'll turn it over to Dave. Well, we're going to wait for a prestigious honor to come back.
Yeah, I'm we're really excited about this. So she's coming in right now. We got to wait until she gets here so we can say nice things about her. All right. So tonight, we're pleased to recognize our Pleasantdale Middle School health teacher, Ms. Jennifer Driscoll, and celebrate an outstanding honor for our district. The health program at Pleasantdale Middle School has been awarded the prestigious Health Blue Ribbon by the Illinois Association for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance, also known as IFERD. The recognition reflects excellence in health education and a deep commitment to student well-being. Earning a Health Blue Ribbon is no small feat. The designation is awarded only when a school meets rigorous requirements outlined in the application process, requirements that include letters of support from stakeholders, one-on-one interviews with staff, students, and parents, a site visit, a curriculum review, and the submission of extensive program artifacts. The process is time-consuming and demanding, and only a small number of schools ever reach the blue ribbon level. The fact that this year, Pleasantdale Middle School was the only school in Illinois to receive the Health Blue Ribbon Award. Because of the complexity of the process and the significance of the honor, a school may only receive the Health Blue Ribbon once every 5 years. This award also reflects the leadership and dedication of Ms. Driscoll, who has spent over a decade developing a health program that is relevant to students' lives and grounded in the knowledge and skills they need to make informed, healthy choices. Over the years, she has earned the title of favorite teacher from countless students, not because she seeks the spotlight, but because of her calm presence, caring spirit, and the trust she builds with her students every day. One of the things that I most admire about Ms. Driscoll is her ability to take complex and sometimes sensitive topics and present them in a way that students can understand, process, and apply. That is a rare skill, and it speaks to her professionalism, her empathy, and her commitment to doing what's right for students. Ms. Driscoll's impact extends well beyond the classroom. As a member of our district wellness committee, she consistently finds ways to support healthy habits among staff, whether it's organizing innovative potluck lunches, leading movement challenges, coordinating our annual wellness screening, or ensuring that our staff are trained in life-saving CPR. She's always looking for ways to help others thrive. And on Friday mornings, you can often find her leading students and staff through yoga, another example of how she builds community and supports wellness across our district. On December 4th, Pleasantdale Middle School and Ms. Driscoll were honored at the Eiford Awards Banquet. Our health program will also be featured in the Illinois Journal, and we'll have the opportunity to present at the Eiford Convention this spring. This evening, I'd like to share a short video showcasing the program and highlighting Ms. Driscoll's work. So if you can just show you, there you go.
Recognize the outstanding achievements of Pleasantdale Middle School's Health Education Program. This curriculum is thoughtfully designed to meet national and state standards while providing students in grades 6 through 8 with the skills and knowledge necessary for lifelong wellness. With a strong emphasis on social-emotional learning, the program fosters both academic and personal growth, empowering students to build healthy habits and meaningful connections. At the heart of the program is the leadership of Mrs. Jen Driscoll, whose passion and expertise have elevated health education at Pleasantdale. Drawing from her counseling background, she has crafted a curriculum that is both comprehensive and responsive to student needs. Her proactive communication with families builds trust and ensures transparency, while her ability to differentiate instruction and integrate cross-curricular projects make learning both relevant and engaging. Community partnerships further enrich the curriculum with contributions from organizations such as NAMI, Candor, the School Resource Officer, and DARE. Beyond the classroom, Mrs. Driscoll supports wellness for students and staff alike through initiatives such as before-school yoga, staff wellness events, and participation on the district SEL committee. Parents and students alike consistently highlight Mrs. Driscoll's approachability and commitment. Parents appreciate her openness around sensitive topics and her dedication to inclusion, while students describe her as a trusted adult who makes learning enjoyable and applicable to real life. Favorite topics include nutrition, first aid, and body systems, as well as engaging projects and guest speakers that connect health education to everyday experiences. The dedication of Mrs. Driscoll, combined with the program's rich curriculum and supportive learning environment, exemplifies Pleasantsdale's commitment to whole child well-being. The health education program, it not only meets academic standards, but also leaves a lasting impact on students' personal growth and lifelong wellness.
On behalf of the board and the entire Pleasantdale community, congratulations to Ms. Jennifer Driscoll and Pleasantdale Middle School on this tremendous achievement. We're proud of this award-winning program, and we are grateful for Ms. Driscoll and her leadership, passion, and dedication to our students and staff. We look forward to many more years to come with Ms. Driscoll at the helm of this now award-winning health program. Thank you for all you do, Jennifer. You don't have goosebumps. Something wrong with you after watching that. Would you like to? Yeah.
Thank you. I'm really nervous, so I'm going to do the best I can. But first of all, just thank you for taking the time to acknowledge me like this and our award as a district. I feel I try my best to ensure that our health classes include both the time to learn about health and also the time and space to practice the skills. The Blue Ribbon Award in health education is more than an award to me. I have viewed it as a guide to help me reflect and analyze this program in order to make it more skill-based and meaningful for students. This process has taken many years, as many of you know, and it has involved rewriting the curriculum in order to be in line with state, national, social emotional learning standards. It has also included submitting lesson plans, assessments, student work samples, and other proof of the curriculum in action. I would like to give a very special thank you to Jennifer Ban for her invaluable support and encouragement in writing the health curriculum and the Blue Ribbon application itself. I could not do this without her. Last April, the Blue Ribbon Health Committee came to the building to observe classes and speak to many of you in this room about the program, including administrators, board members, parents, and students. And while I initiated this process, it's really about a lot of people in this district, not just me. A lot of you have prioritized student and staff health so much, and that is a part of this. So thank you, Dave, the board, and all of the administration team. I know you're all around here. For supporting not only health class in our district and allowing me to work through this process, but also prioritizing student and staff health in numerous other ways, like the WIN program, the Wellness Committee, student and staff CPR courses, the Safety Security Task Force, our student support services, just to name a few. In the health education world, we would describe District 107 as a WSCC model, a whole school, whole community, whole child health program that goes beyond a health class. I am grateful to be the health teacher at Pleasantdale and to be a part of this with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For everybody here and everybody in our community, when we say thank you, and we're so proud of you and so lucky to have you on our team. So thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I think we have a little gift for you that Mr. Brockhoff is going to come and deliver.
Yeah, not sure where to put it, but.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Thanks again for all you do.
Some of the most difficult subject matter topics, and you do it in a way that is so age appropriate, but still makes the students feel so comfortable. So it's very easy to see why you're the students' favorite so many times over. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Back to the agenda.
All right. Item 4, open forum. So it doesn't appear we have anyone here to address the board. So we'll move on to item 5, the consent agenda, which consists of the following. 5A, approve the regular meeting minutes of the December 10th, 2025 meeting. 5B, approve payment of the December payroll and January warrants. And Bill was our checker this month.
She didn't have any questions.
Okay. I thought you were saying I didn't check. 5C, approve the January 2026 personnel report. 5D, approve students and community relations board policies. 5E, approve registration fees for the 2026-2027 school year. 5F, approve parent-student handbook. 5G, approve the fiscal year 2027 school calendar. And 5H, approve resolution authorizing transfer of engagement/appointment of legal counsel. So can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Brockhoff?
Yes.
Mrs. Lenzen?
Yes.
Mr. Nash?
Yes.
Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mr. Zona?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mrs. Marchion?
Yes. Okay. Item 6, approve resolution authorizing the transfer of funds from the operations and maintenance fund to the capital fund. So can I get a motion to authorize the transfer of $700,000 from the operations and maintenance fund to the capital projects fund of Pleasantdale School District 107, Cook County, Illinois?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Bracco?
Yes.
Mrs. Lenzen?
Yes.
Mr. Nash?
Yes.
Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mr. Zona?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mrs. Marchion?
Yes. Item 7, reports and discussion items. I'll turn it over to Gabe.
All right, so we'll start with an update on our community engagement. On January 13th, about 30 community members met at the middle school to begin the community engagement process. I'd like to thank and recognize Charles Zona for representing the board on this important team. The group is called the Facilitating Team and is responsible for reviewing the board's priorities and developing recommendations to the board to address them. The facilitating team will then lead 3 community workshops to gather feedback from the broader community and refine the plan. These workshops are open to all community members of the Pleasantdale community, and offer an interactive way for the community not only to learn more about our schools, but also contribute to their well-being. At the first meeting, the team got to know one another, became familiar with their charge, discussed leadership roles within the team, and began the branding process for the community engagement portion of their work. At the next meeting, the group will dive into district data, develop a timeline for their work, and begin organizing information for the first community engagement workshop. The community engagement workshops are scheduled for February 26th, March 12th, and April 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the middle school. We'll launch an assertive communication campaign including mailers, social media posts, text messages, and door knocking to engage the community in these important meetings. Charles, thanks again for being there. Is there anything I missed or anything you'd want to add to that?
No, I think you covered it, Dave.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
great. Thanks.
interesting
Any
process.
questions
Underway.
from the board? Anything I can clarify for you guys? Yeah, it's still at the beginning, so we'll continue to give updates at the board table and keep you guys informed on the process. Cool. That's it. Audit report. To ensure our business office and financial practices are comply with current accounting standards, the district engaged an independent auditor to review our books. As the board knows, we switch auditors every 5 years, so this is year 1 in working with our current auditor. The audit confirmed that our practices and procedures align with best practices and that we should continue many of our current systems. The audit also revealed no major controls are needed or issues there. Matt, is it Bernin? Barron, thank you. From the auditing firm Lauterbach Amen will present the audit's outcome. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you for having me. As I said, I'm Matt Barron, a partner at Lauterbach Amen that oversaw your audit this year. Very excited to be here. It was a great first year for our audit. So how I usually do my audit presentation, especially in this first year, I'll do a high-level overview of what it took to get here to today. And then from there, and again, another high-level overview of the audit report and the management letter. But at any point in time you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them along the way. So as far as getting here, it's a process to come to this, especially in that first year. We do we have to obtain the prior year audit work papers from them to do that review to get us started. We then do a meeting with the team, with Griffin and the team, to talk about what had happened here during the year. So that way our team is prepared when in our planning phase in order to be ready to go for the audit. Significant events, significant changes that occurred, and just in general be ready for our procedures. In addition to that, we provide the audit requested materials and go over the schedule. We then come back, we do the preliminary field work, we do a walkthrough, an internal control walkthrough of all of your major cycles. So that would be your cash receipts, disbursements, payroll, student activities, and in addition to that, we also review the township treasurer, which we know was a bit of a different animal for this year as we transitioned from over to proviso this year. So we had to do some extra review of what that transition ended up looking like at the end of the year. So from there, we then came from audit field work. Well, I guess during the internal control procedures, we're then reviewing to make sure we have an adequate internal control framework in place to help prevent fraud. After that, we're then do the testing at the field work to then make sure our audit numbers that go into this report are materially correct or are what they say they are. And then we go into the audit report writing phase where we make sure this audit report is in compliance with local government accounting standards, work back and forth with Griffin and the team to then bring us here to today. So it's a long process, a lot of teamwork. I really appreciate all the hard work that went into preparing for the audit and all the questions that they answered here during this first year. So As far as the documents that we end up having for the audit, we have two main documents. We have the audit report and the management letter. I think everybody has hard copies, right? So I actually like that. It makes it easier for me to point and take us to different pages versus sometimes when I'm on the hard copy versus PDF, it gets a little weird. So as far as, we'll start with the audit report. It's the thicker of the two documents, and I'll take us through the major spots within this report. So take us on forward to page 5. It's got the Lauterbach name and letterhead on it. It looks like this. This is the opinion page. This is the main thing that you're getting from us, your auditor, as your auditors. It's basically saying that the numbers within this audit report are materially correct, or in other words, they are what they say they are within this report, and the audit report is in compliance with all government accounting standards. Flipping forward from there to page 9, this is the management discussion and analysis. So what this section is on page 9 is the high-level narrative summary of everything that's within this audit report. So you can read in, you know, a couple paragraphs what happened at the district during the year versus all 100 and whatever pages that are in this report. So since I'll be covering that within my presentation, we'll flip on past this section and get into the financials. So head on forward to page 23. Page 23, we then go sideways on the report here to fit all the funds onto one page. So this is your balance sheet, your governmental funds. So your governmental funds, the ones that you as the board have a budget for each of these individual funds. Far right-hand side, your totals. Second number up from the bottom, we have a total fund balance of $17.8 million. Our main driving fund, our main operating fund is the general fund. So far left-hand side, we're at about $14.4 million at the end of the year. So how do we do this year? Let's flip on forward to page 25 to see the income statement. On page 25, far right hand side again is the totals. Let's see, this is about the fourth number up from the bottom. We have a total net change in fund balance of about minus $1 million. How did that happen? If we look across, we can see we had capital projects this year, significant capital projects. That's still in progress at the end of the fiscal year, of about $1.3 million. Ultimately, if we go over to our general fund, our main operating fund, we had a total net change of $834,000 in the positive, so continue to increase there. And we had, we were able to do transfers of $500,000 and $600,000 over, so a grand total of 1.1 to help fund those capital projects from those positive operations that did occur. General fund, we were over budget in the revenues, mostly as it relates to the investment earnings. You can see that was at $634,000 just there, and that in total that was about $840,000. So obviously a very good year, as we all know, in the stock market. And the expenditures, we were below budget this year to help to lead to this surplus that occurred within the general fund. From there, I always then compare the fund balance up to against the expenditure. So you guys have a fund balance policy of 50%, and grand total across all of them we're at 80%, and the general fund we're at 99%. So I always take out that on behalf payment when we do that review of the expenditures. That doesn't really count against your books. So so ultimately, very positive, healthy fund balances for the district at the end of the year. Any questions about the audit report?
As to the healthy fund balances, is there a point where they become too healthy?
Yeah, there is. It's typically about 2.5 usually, but you have a very good mechanism of transferring over to the capital fund. So that's always my recommendation, to continue to look at your minimums and your maximums, especially in those general funds. I think I maybe even had mentioned during our review to continue to look at your, municipal retirement and social security funds, to have those levies continue to draw down, because you do have enough fund balance in those to maintain as we go. It's not at a too high of a level, it's just something to keep drawing those down and shift the money over to the education levy as much as you can, because then you can fund over to capital projects for the future. What's that, Miller's ratio? Yeah, that's the gold standard, what you're supposed to look at, but you guys aren't really close to that. But once you get over 100%, it's usually time to start paying attention. Any other?
My only question I see that we didn't talk about yet is IT security. So it looks like
Oh.
there's a recommendation to kind of.
You're beating me.
Oh,
You're
we're not
doing
doing it.
great.
I thought you were done.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Audit report, I'm
Oh, this is
transition.
different. I'm so sorry.
Firm transition over the management.
I'm so sorry. I thought we were done. Okay.
Page 25.
All is
Oh,
good.
we're still on this. Oh my
Spoiler
gosh.
alert, spoiler
Oh,
alert.
sure.
Spoiler alert.
It's a little
Can't take her
teaser
anywhere.
for you guys. Okay.
Any other questions on the audit report before we hit the management?
No, the money part.
Good, all right, management letter. What the management letter is, this is additional information we want to share to you as management. So typically when we put these together, I think of these things as three main types. There's informational type items, we're just giving you a heads up, wanting to share with you best practices or true internal control findings. So ones when we have an internal control finding that came about either during the internal control walkthroughs or just during the procedures. We had no true internal control findings in here, so it'd be a big positive, another gold star as it relates to the management letter. We did have three, what we call, like have as management letter comments we want to communicate to you, and an additional GASB government accounting standard that's coming up that we would be helping the district implement for the next year. I wouldn't worry about that for you guys. We will be taking care of that with Griffin, so I'm not going to spend time going over that because it's not necessary for you. It's more of a heads up. So the other ones, we have a fund over budget. This is kind of a required one that we do. It goes into the footnotes anytime you as the board have approved a budget and expenditures end up tipping over it for one reason or another. We want to make sure that you know about it just as a heads up. As you can see, it's $700. Not significant, not a big deal. No big deal there at all. We just have to state it, and there's a management response to tell you why that is. We have a student activities account tracking. That one would be starting to tip towards what we want to see from like both best practices and just true internal controls. There are requirements is trying to detail those things out. And Griffin said that it is already being implemented as we speak. So once we were into field work, that was already started. So it's more of a keep on going with where you're heading to with the changes that are going to be made for next year's audit. So that one will go away. And then the last one, as was stated here, we have an IT security, and this one is really more informational for your district. We've been seeing a very strong presence of cyber attacks happening at our clients. So we want to make sure we're getting out ahead of some of this to tell you the risks that are out there, talk about it in different ways to try to help protect yourselves. Griffin had stated we already do most of these things here, but it's more of a reminder of the importance of this is important, and just the way over the last 3 or 4 years it's been really intense, especially since the Ukraine, Russian stuff started happening. It's been revved up since then. So.
Did he answer your question?
Yeah, I just didn't know if we were going to talk about it, so we talked about it. We're good. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
But that's it. Any questions?
So this is your first year engagement with us.
Yes.
It'll continue on for a number of years. Obviously, viewing this report versus the others you see, how do you comparatively? What do you? 30-second pitch on where we stand.
You guys, I went through, I'd say from an audit standpoint, my nutshell, putting it in. We have a clean opinion, an unmodified opinion. We have very strong financial health. Everything's above your policies, and you have a good reserve for the future. Didn't have internal control findings, and everything in general went very well. So, the first year is always the toughest. You're getting to know us, we're getting to know you that first time, and even still through that, it went very well. And you guys had the extra cloud that was happening with the township treasurer change and what that looked like. So there was a little extra that took to get through that for Griffin and the team as they were trying to do that transition, which was intense. So, God did well through that transition, and I think next year we'll be going through this even smoother. But overall, nothing stood out as far as the negatives, and think is positive as far as everything went.
Green.
Well, you can keep coming back.
Yes.
Good job, Griffin.
Kudos to the audit team, kudos to Griffin and his team. It's a process, right? Like, this isn't something that just takes a day or a week. I mean, the auditors were here a lot, and Griffin was spending a lot of time making sure that they had what they needed, and all books were open, and they had the cooperation they needed from the district to really give us the information we needed to make good financial decisions. So thank you to you, and your team, thank you, Griffin, to you and your team for everything.
Yeah, thanks guys, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Good stuff. Thanks.
Griffin, you got a quote? You got a quote? You got a
Oh, no,
quote?
this
No quote today.
No quote today.
It's done.
I got it pretty. All good.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
Have a great night.
You don't get flowers.
Yeah, that's okay. We used to, it's going to my presentation, everybody clears out.
All right,
Alright,
wonderful.
okay.
Nice meeting you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So we have a 5-year commitment with them, right? 5-year?
This is year 1 of 5.
Thank you.
So can I get a
Yep.
motion that the Board of Education approves acceptance of the fiscal year 2025 audit report as presented by Matt Barron of Lauterbach and Amen?
Second.
Mr. Brockup?
Yes.
Mrs. Lenzen?
Yes.
Mr. Nash?
Yes.
Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mr. Zona?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mrs. Marchion?
Yes. Item 8, items for the next agenda. So we have the community engagement update.
No.
Oh, okay. School safety report, declassified closed session minutes, board policy 485, cost analysis for programs, review governance and planning section 1 board policies, and then preliminary staffing projections and recommendations. Any feedback on the agenda? No? Okay. And then item 9, open forum. So again, it doesn't look like we have anyone to approach the board. And so then we'll move into item 11, closed session. Can I get a motion to move into closed session for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, specific individuals who serve as independent contractors in an educational setting, or specific volunteers of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee, a specific individual who serves as an independent contractor in an educational setting, or a volunteer of the public body, or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity.
So moved.
Right?
Did you say we need a motion? Yes, sorry, so moved. Yes. Sorry.
Mr. Brockup?
Yes.
Mrs. Lenzen?
Yes.
Mr. Nash?
Yes.
Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mr. Zona?
Yes.
Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mrs. Marchion?
Yes.
Wow.
6:30.